Welcome back to the FB podcast, and today we're going to dissect some truly shocking news in English football, a shockwave enough to shake Tottenham Hotspur, and I'm sure you won't want to leave after Ange Postecoglou was sacked unexpectedly on Friday night, a decision that many are still wondering why at this time Tottenham have been on the hunt for a successor, and the name leading the race, the name that has many people questioning, is Thomas Frank, the manager of Brentford. Sounds crazy, right? A Brentford manager for a big club like Spurs. What's really going on in North London, guys? Spurs' decision to sack Postecoglou was a snap decision, but the speed with which they have found a replacement has been equally dizzying, and Thomas Frank has emerged as the frontrunner to succeed the Australian. Although no formal talks have taken place with Brentford over the Dane, it is understood he has a release clause in his contract, so a move from Spurs is expected. So why is Thomas Frank so highly regarded? You need to know Thomas Frank has been in charge of Brentford since October 2018 and has successfully guided the West London club to promotion to the Premier League in 2021. Since promotion, he has helped Brentford become a solid Premier League side, finishing 13th, 9th, 16th, and 10th in their 4 seasons in the top flight. There was even a season when they were competing for a European spot, and it didn't stop there. Frank had an impressive record of beating every big team at least once. Remember Brentford's first Premier League game when they beat Spurs rivals Arsenal. Then they won away against Chelsea. The following season, the Bees buried Manchester United in the opening match and continued to win away at Manchester City, Chelsea, and even Tottenham. This is clearly a talented manager with the ability to create surprises, my friend. Another huge plus for Frank is his relationship with Tottenham's technical director, Johan Lang. They work together at Danish club Lyngby, which suggests there is a familiarity and understanding within the Spurs hierarchy about Frank. Frank is no new name either, having been on Manchester United's shortlist before they signed Erik ten Hag in the summer of 2024, and Chelsea also had him on their shortlist for the head coach position last summer. He is highly regarded in the game. When speaking about his future in August 2024, Frank said he was very happy here at Brentford, even saying it was one of the best football jobs in the world because of the good working environment and great owners. However, he also admitted that everyone has an ego to satisfy and that something new might happen in the future, not necessarily looking for something bigger or better. And this is a sign that he is completely open to new opportunities, my friends. What makes Frank highly appreciated by experts is his tactical flexibility. He is not rigid or loyal to only one way of playing. He is described as a very charismatic coach who is good at developing players and has a beautiful style of football. However, not everyone is in favor of Thomas Frank taking charge of Tottenham. There are some serious concerns, especially given that he has never managed a club as big as Tottenham and has no Champions League experience. Some fans have even asked, what trophies has Frank won? Is a manager without a trophy record really the right move for a trophy-hungry club like Spurs? Some have even said it's ridiculous to sack Ange, who has won trophies, and then appoint a manager without a trophy. Alongside Thomas Frank, Spurs are also keeping an eye on a few other notable names. Marco Silva, the Fulham manager, is also a name admired by Spurs. Silva led Fulham to compete for a European place last season, finishing 11th. He has also twice guided the Cottagers to the FA Cup quarterfinals. Silva also has Champions League experience from his time in Greece with Olympiacos. Another name is Andoni Iraola, the Bournemouth manager. Iraola really impressed at Bournemouth, helping them achieve a Premier League points record and finish 9th, equaling their best win tally in the competition. He also took the team to the FA Cup quarterfinals, although not the top candidate managers like Crystal Palace's Oliver Glasner, who won the FA Cup and Europa League with Eintracht Frankfurt, was also mentioned by Sky Sports as a manager who did an incredible job. As you can see, the list of potential coaches is not lacking in quality names and diverse experience. Another interesting thing, guys, is that whoever becomes Tottenham's new manager will have the chance to win a trophy in his first official match. That match is the UEFA Super Cup on August 13th in Udine, Italy, where Tottenham, as Europa League winners, will face Paris Saint-Germain Champions League winners. This is a great opportunity for a new manager to make an immediate impression and ease the doubts of the fans. So is Frank the right man? The reaction from Spurs fans has been mixed. Spurs fan and podcaster Chris Callan admits that Frank has done a great job in the Premier League with limited resources, developing players and introducing a beautiful style of play, but he also wonders rumors about Frank's lack of Champions League experience. Some fans would prefer to see more European experience in the form of former Borussia Dortmund boss Edin Terzic, or even former Inter Milan boss Simone Inzaghi. This shows that while Frank has some impressive qualities, the untitled and unseasoned labels are still a psychological barrier for many fans. Dear brothers, Thomas Frank is clearly the #1 candidate, but Spurs are facing an extremely important decision. Will they prioritize a coach who has proven his ability to build and develop a team from scratch, someone who is tactically flexible, or will they choose a coach with experience in big tournaments and has won titles? This is a big gamble, and the result will directly affect the future of Tottenham next season. What do you think about Thomas Frank? Do you support him at Spurs, or do you want someone else? Leave a comment below, let's debate together, and don't forget to like and share this video to spread these fascinating football stories. See you in the next podcast.